It begins in the winter of 1959. 9 young hikers, students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, set out for an expedition in the frozen wilderness of the Soviet mountains. They were strong, experienced, and well prepared. Their leader, Igor Dyatlov, was meticulous. Nothing about this trip should have gone wrong. But on the slopes of a mountain the locals called Cholatsyakel, the mountain of the dead, the group vanished. When search teams arrived weeks later, they found something no amount of training could prepare them for. The hiker's tent stood eerily on the snow, half buried, yet perfectly intact, except for one detail. It had been slashed open from the inside. The fabric flapped in the wind like torn skin. The hikers had cut their way out, not in. Their boots, coats, and supplies were still inside, as though whatever made them flee had come suddenly, and with such terror they didn't dare take a single thing. Scattered down the slope were their bodies. Some had tried to build a fire, dressed in nothing but underwear, their skin blackened with frostbite. 2 were found embracing each other, as though even death couldn't warm them. Further on, more bodies turned up, each scene worse than the last. One hiker's eyes were gone, leaving only sunken sockets staring blankly into the night sky. Another's tongue had been ripped out, her mouth frozen in a silent scream. Several had internal injuries so catastrophic, shattered ribs, crushed skulls, that coroners compared them to a car crash. And yet, no bruising, no cuts, no external wounds. It was as if some invisible force had struck them with inhuman violence. Then came the details that made even the search teams uneasy. Strange orange-tan skin discoloration, a grayish film across their faces. Their clothes tested positive for radiation, as though they had stumbled into something far beyond human understanding. The Soviet government quickly sealed off the area. Files were marked classified. The official statement? Compelling natural force, nothing more. But whispers spread. Some say it was a secret weapons test gone wrong, a blast wave, or parachute mines dropped from above. Others believe the hikers stumbled into something older, something the locals had always feared. Even today, people talk about lights in the sky that winter. Strange glowing orbs drifting silently over the mountains. And then the soundless terror of it all. Why would 9 rational people cut themselves free of shelter in the middle of the night into a blizzard, half naked, barefoot, running into 30-degree winds? Unless what they saw inside that tent was worse than freezing to death in the dark. The mountain is still there. The wind still howls through Dyatlov Pass. And every year, fans, researchers, and thrill-seekers return, retracing those last steps, standing in the snow where the tent once stood. Some find comfort in theories. Others feel only dread. Because the truth is, no one can agree on what happened. And maybe that's the most terrifying part. Whatever those 9 saw, whatever made them flee, remains in the silence of the mountain, waiting.